So hello and welcome back to New Junction. Now it's been a while since I've done some work here on the layout and I wanted to get straight on with a bit of scenery. Now this is the most scenic end of the layout. There's lots of greenery here, as you can see. Now it's been a bit neglected, it's been a bit knocked about, and particularly taking out the tunnel portals, etc. So I thought it's time to give it a bit of TLC, and in this video we're going to tidy it up. And through the joys of technology, I have a second camera right above me watching the action. So I'm going to take you through my process of rejuvenating this area. So first things first, I'm going to start out with the ground cover. I'm just going to get rid of any of this excess ground cover that happens to have fallen away. And I am going to begin by sticking in place these cable trunking pieces. Now, these are West Hill Wagon Works bits. And they are long overdue from having a bit of TLC. So I'm actually going to use some WWS basing glue, just because I have it. You can't go wrong. Let's see if I can do this. And I am going to throw that on the floor. I'm going to lay out the cable trunking, and all being well, you'll join me in a minute. So very simply, I've put the cable trunking down on a dollop of glue. That should just roughly fix it in place. Now, when I come to do further ground cover later on, that will really go solid. Now, next, I think what I'm going to do is continuing the theme. I'm going to glue these retaining walls down. Now, these were made by Chris Clenton of Making Tracks fame, but I know you can get them from, I think it's Pico now do a Will's Kit version as well. But these are 3D printed cages, and they simply glue in place once they're filled with stone. So next it's the drains by Scale Model Scenery, these are. Now, as you can see, I've already got one stuck down, and there are a couple of bits on the other side, but yeah, these are very important. Right, so that's the ground things on this side, bushes and hills aside. I'm just going to do the same again on that side, and then you'll join me back here. Right, so that's the cable trunking in. Next, I've got some track-based accessories. So West Hill Wagon Works, I've got the TPWS grids. I have some point motors which will go further down, and I also have some more line-side electrical cables. I also have some electrical boxes that go on the cable trunking themselves, and I've also got some AWS ramps. Now, through the magic of here's one I did earlier, I have the AWS ramps, the point motors, the TPWS, and then the trunking boxes that go on the side of the trunking. All primed, ready to go. So I will cut some off and puts them in place. So I've just lightly placed them in just quickly, but I'm just going to double check where best they go, because I want it to be relatively accurate. So the next phase for me is now the hillside. Now, all of the bushes, etc., are well, they've been moved around, shall we say. So I'm going to strip off some bits, mainly the sea foam, and get some more glue down, and well, neaten it up and making it look, well, quite wild. Now, while I've just got this section sort of drying in its new positions, just to blend it in, what I like to do is using some handy hairspray. I will then spray it on, and then using a mix of Woodland Scenics, burnt grass and earth, I literally spray it on and then pinch some of the material on. So let's go. Well, that spun round and got me in the face. Right, so as you can see, I am battling with trees, trying to get them to stand up. But the bushes just need a bit of titivating, so I'm going to come around to that side now and do that off camera before going back to the ground cover next to the track. Right, so that's the sort of brush titivators, as it were. As you can see, there's lots of glue drying and things like that. That'll dry in time. It's also worth noting, it's worth making sure the power is off always when you do these sort of things, just in case there is any glue that goes down on the track. Now, the next bits for my attention are, obviously I've ballasted the main running lines, but as you can see from above, there are gaps in between the main line. There's also areas around the arches and just generally around the drains and things, and in the middle in particular, that need some ballast. So what I'm going to do is using my basing glue once again, and I should say the reason I use this is because it's so watery and ready to go. It's easy peasy, so I always pick up a bottle of this when I can. Don't swear at me. Now, yes, the Harry, Charlie and Jerry bathing sand from Tiny Friends Farm on Amazon, the chinchilla sand, is back, and that's the stuff I use for my ballast. Now, just as a reminder, the reason I use that and not, say, something like Woodland Scenic, which out of the tin or out of the tub looks very nice, the reason I don't use it is because I find the chinchilla sand takes paint better. So when it comes to, you finally finished ballasting and you want to add streaks of watered down paint in a sort of 70-30 ratio, 30 being the paint, it really takes paint well compared to other brands of ballast. That said, I am using some true to scale ballast as well, just to add a bit of colour difference. Now this is the light grey, the 00 gauge ballast, and I'll be sticking that in there as well. So hopefully the tunnel portals haven't moved and the trains will still go past. So what I'm going to do now is take the lid off the glue. That would help. Is just generally add some glue around the cable trunking. I'm not too worried about there being too much or too little glue. So as you can see, that's quite a lot of glue. But I'm all for messy modelling, as you know, so while I frantically try and open this bag of chinchilla sand, I'm just going to lightly sprinkle it on top. Don't forget, any excess will be hoovered up later. Now for this central bit, I'm trying to make it a bit patchier with the glue. Now that's because once I'm done here, one of the next stages, once the ballast is very dry, is to go over with some static grass and see if we can't add a bit of life to the centre of this scene. So as before, I'm just going to run round to the other side and add a bit towards the other tunnel portal. But generally speaking, I think it's looking rather good and definitely re-blending in. And there we go. Now, the scene is drying, so I'm quite chuffed with this actually. So what I've done since the last clip is I've added some small bushes in the middle here and just added a bit of scatter. I've added things like a spare rails off the offcuts of track, a couple of details like some pipes. I've got a bag with some ballast, etc. And just blended the scene in ever so slightly. Now, coming to the AWS ramps, now I've rechecked, so AWS come a long way before the signal. If we're to scale, I think it's 165 meters away, in real life, that is. So to scale, that's about just shy of 2 3/4 meters. So that would be the AWS ramp for the lines going that way. And then it would come to the TWPS things, and then of course there's one next to the signal. Now basically this just AWS alerts the driver there's a signal coming, and then these prepare the train to stop if the train were to spad or go through a red light. Right, next jobs, once this is fully dry, I'm going to start weathering the track with some washers, and I'll show you how the chinchilla sand really comes onto its own. But I think you'll hopefully agree that once a few jobs have been done, such as I need to darken off these tunnel mouths, so inside there's no light, but I think you'll hopefully agree that the scene's looking all right now. As you can see, I've got trains running. And I forgot to put the 60 lights on. Got trains running, and yeah, it's looking quite smart. Nothing like a bit of a rejig of a scene. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to say a big thank you as ever for watching. A big thank you to the channel patrons and YouTube members for sticking around and enjoying the behind the scenes content. I think what I'll do is I will probably finish off the jobs on this board off camera, and then I'll probably do the same again on the next board, this one. Although I quite like this board with my lorry and fire truck. Right, thanks a lot guys. Let me know if you enjoy this type of video where it's just get on and do some stuff, and I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye for now.